All right, good morning, everybody. It is Sunday, it's December 24th. It's Christmas Eve, and I think that's probably the most important thing we could do today is just say Merry Christmas and just try to understand and remember what today is and what tomorrow is and what this time of year is for. So, really, today there's two subjects. One came from you yesterday, and one I'd like to talk about. So, I think that may be the format we use in these sessions as we go forward. One comes from you guys and one I bring from my life. So we'll see how that works out. The first thing though that I want to talk to you about is style. The style that I'm trying to achieve with this channel. And I want to acknowledge and I want to say it out loud to you that there are really two styles that I'm trying to bring to the channel. One is kind of a little bit louder, a little bit brasher, a little bit bolder, a little bit flashier. Those cars, that garage. I mean, how could you try a subdued format with all that? And I get that. And that's the one I'm going to focus on, I think, with views and edits and really trying to get the thing a little bit polished. Maybe move it towards a more professional look and feel. And with these, I'm trying something completely different with you. You're sitting at my kitchen table, and that's what I'd like it to feel like on that side of the lens. And I don't know if that's entirely possible, but I'd like to keep trying. And so it means these sessions, these life business sessions, are going to be slower, quieter, calmer. You're going to see foibles. You're going to see me mess up. You're going to see me contemplating. You're going to see me collecting my next thought. You see just down below the camera, I've got my notes, and so you're going to see me look at them and evaluate kind of where I am in them, and I kind of want you to see that. I think it's a totally different style. I think it's much more personal. I think it's much warmer, and I know there's not a lot of that on YouTube, and I know there's not a lot of people 53 years old who are blogging or vlogging, so I think I'm trying to bring a different style. But I appreciate all your comments. I appreciate your thoughts. I promise you I'm reading them and thinking about them and trying to figure out how do I incorporate some of those things into here. I get what you're trying to say. I get it. And part of my channel will be polished like the other YouTube channels. And this side will probably be a little bit ugly from time to time, almost by intent. So I just throw that out there. Some of you suggested maybe it should be two channels, and that's also a possibility. I just can't tell you yet. I just don't know. I have no hidden agenda. I have no hidden plan. I'll tell you right now that the two-channel solution doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel like the right one. That doesn't mean we won't do it. But for right now, I'm going to leave the format alone. But again, I just want to give you the respect of telling you I'm getting those. I get what you're saying. I'm doing my best to try to figure out how to roll them in here. So the two subjects today, the first one is the one that came from you guys. I got a great question in the door yesterday. It's really a multi-part one. That is, it kind of summarize it by saying, am I still climbing? Am I still achieving? And it was broken into a couple pieces, so I just want to answer them the way it was asked. So my channel goals, really two, and only two. Right now, the first one is to have fun. Just to have, the cars are amazing. The garage has come together so much better and quicker than I thought. So just to have some fun, for me to have fun and show that fun to you is probably the first goal. The second goal of these videos, I had no idea this was going to go the way it did. But so the second goal is to provide meaningful content from my life and my life's scars. Most of what we talk about here is not coming from brilliance. It is coming from me messing up, me learning and then scarring over that wound and trying to learn from it. And so that's what I'm projecting forward. It doesn't mean it's all going to land or work for you, but I promise you it's all real life. It's all real world. None of this is book learning. So the second thing that was asked was, what are my life goals? And really, they're simple and not too many of them. The first one is to continue to grow and to continue to strive for that excellence in everything I do. And really the second one is to continue to provide and to my wife, to provide for my kids, to provide for my staff and my employees, to provide for my clients, to contribute and give back to those who are around me. And then I think the last one is really to provide a launching pad mainly for my kids, but for those who are around me, my employees who want to go to the next level or start their own company or do something meaningful or contribute on their own. How can I help? I really would like my kids to stand on my shoulders and take the next step in life. I would like my kids to be able to be free of the change of the bonds of worrying about how they're going to pay rent or mortgage. So hopefully we can provide them some money to follow their heart, to follow where they're called right from the beginning and not wait till they're 40 or 50 years old. I don't know, but the phrase trust fund baby makes me want to puke. So I'm not interested in creating that either. So the last part, and the part I wanted to talk about or emphasize the most, is the question is, am I still climbing? Am I still achieving at this point in my life, at my age or my success level? And the answer is absolutely yes. And I think one of the most critical things I can try to bring to you today is my belief that if we're not striving, if we're not achieving, if we're not climbing, if we're not contributing, if we're not giving back, if we're not making the world a better place, dig a hole, start dying. I just think that is one of the essential elements of life, is striving and achieving and wanting is all part of why we're here. I really don't have a bigger message for you on that one. I think that's one of the most important things to learn, is that no matter where we are in life, there's always something to achieve. It doesn't have to be more money. It doesn't have to be the company gets bigger. It can be you want to start something else. I would suggest to you that contribution and payback are two of the more fulfilling things that you can do in life. One of the quickest ways to lose focus on your concerns or your misery or your troubles is to focus on someone else and helping them. Pretty much everything you've seen me do is to try to achieve something that also contributes. The company provides, I think we have 305 families now that depend on the company. My farm has about 19 or 20 clients who rely, who depend on us for their horses' care and for their kids' care or for themselves to have a great experience in an important part of their life. Even the garage and the car, some of it is really created to show it, to give it up, to let people see these things for real and be a part of it. So pretty much everything I do has some sort of contribution element to it. Gosh, ask me questions, you guys. That's how I always end these. I'll answer more specifics if you want. I just also don't want to bore the hell out of you, and we're already coming up on close to 10 minutes. So the other one, the one I want to talk about to you today from my life, from my scars, is preparation for competition. I don't know how else to say it. So the example I have comes from my company. And when we get ready to submit a major proposal, all my folks always worry about, are we going to win? And we're not in control of that. And many of us come upon points in our life where we're not in control of the decision that's going to be made for us or around us. Many times we compete for jobs or compete for schools or compete for contracts. We compete for customers. Sometimes we compete for employees. Most of our lives we're competing to do something. And so what I teach my folks, and what I'd like you to really let absorb in, soak in, listen to today is, as we approach a competition event, the thing I want all my people to ask themselves is as we go to bed on the night of the competition, as we go to bed on the night of the proposal being submitted in my world, did we do everything? Did we do absolutely everything in order for the client to say yes? For the client to award the competition to us? That's it. It's that simple. And if the answer is yes, then go to bed, sleep well, and wait for the award. And that's the part I want you to understand. It's the process, it's the preparation for the competition that matters far more than the competition itself. You know, the art of war says every battle is won or lost before it's fought. And I believe that's true. And so it's also a gift to yourself and to those who rely upon you to teach them it's okay. It's okay to go to bed fulfilled. That as long as you can answer the question with yes. And if you can't answer it with yes, if you know there was something else you could have done, if there's something else, some other research or some other workout, or if you shorted it a little bit, you know, it might be too late for this competition, but just live a life where you never have to say that again. You never have to face that dark monster inside you that says, I could have done a little bit more. I could have put a couple extra hours in. I could have stayed up late. I could have pulled on all-nighter. I could have made some decisions to rearrange things. Learn that. Face that monster. Write it down. Learn it. Teach it. What could you have done better? Because nothing feels better than going to bed the night of a competition knowing that you absolutely did everything you could do. That you are giving in my world, you're giving the client every reason to say yes and award it to us. That is a great feeling. And if the answer is yes and you still don't win, that's okay. Learn from it and move forward. Sometimes we are not meant to win that one. And that's across our life. So please, to me, the most important thing you can get out of this today is always strive, always climb, always achieve. And the other one is always answer the question yes. Always live your life and conduct yourself day to day and week to week so that you can answer the question yes. I did absolutely everything I could do to have the decision go my way. Sleep well with that. Win or lose, you did everything you can do. Worry about the things you can worry about. Other than that, you're just burning up brain cells and emotion. Guys, that's all I got. We're at 13 minutes. I got this one a little bit shorter. So I just want to say Merry Christmas to everybody. I probably will not put anything up tonight. I probably won't put anything up tomorrow, just out of respect for my family. We were on a train early Tuesday morning. Maybe I'll send you something from the train. We'll see. So just be patient with me over the next 3-4 days. We get back from New York Thursday night. It's possible I won't do a whole lot with you guys until Friday morning. That doesn't feel good. That's not what I want to have happen. So maybe we'll do some things from New York. I'll show you some of the world. We're doing the Statue of Liberty tour with the kids. We got some great dinners planned. So let me see. Hopefully we get some things out from New York, and if not, worst case, it'll be Friday morning. So let me end this by saying again, Merry Christmas, everybody. Try to have a best couple days you can have. Again, I love this community. I love where it's going. I love the interaction with you all. So have a great Sunday. Have a great Christmas Eve. Talk to you later, everybody. Bye.